Hey guys, welcome to BLONITY. First, my little disclaimer, the following content is not financial advice. All content is based on my own opinion and estimates. My estimates could be completely wrong. Don't trust, always do your research and verify, understand the numbers and be aware of scammers. And you know the best how to invest your money. Please be aware that I'm invested in a lot of crypto stocks. That being said, let's jump right into it. So first we check the Nasdaq because we know Bitcoin is very correlated to the Nasdaq, and the Nasdaq is correlated to S&P, and everything is correlated to what the Fed is doing. So we had this huge drop in the last few weeks, and we have been low here for a few days. Yeah, below this low here from September 2021. But we are now recovering. We had a lot of volume here, which is most of the time a good sign to form a bottom, and on Friday we closed a little bit above this resistance line here, and we're now moving straight up, so that's a good sign. Also the RSI here is bouncing hard on the daily, and also the MACD too. But of course the macroeconomics, these are the leading things right now, so yeah, there could be every day another black swan. This week, I think on Friday, there will be the unemployment rates for the US. This could be a trigger to the upside or downside. On February 10th, I think there is the next inflation numbers, the CPI. This is, I think, very important then for the general market because when the inflation rises like crazy, I think expected is 7.2. If we get a lot higher, like 8% or so, this would trigger another sell-off, most likely, because people think that, okay, the Fed will tighten even harder or raise interest rates earlier. But yeah, we cannot change this. We have no influence on this. So yeah, let's focus on this, what we know. Nasdaq, the ETF, the Invesco Trust is up 2.2% today. Right now it looks like recovery. Let's see how this continues. Let's go to BTC. Also BTC is up 1.5%, not big. I have these two downwards trending resistance lines here. One with the wicks here and one without. And we're working on the first one to get slowly out. I think it would be better to walk slowly out than not pump and dump again. Let's see whether this is sustainable or not. I think the RSI is also interesting here on a daily because it looks right now like a small breakout here. Of course, this is too early to say, but yeah, this would help. I mean, the last time we had this in summer with the breakout, they started with a huge rally. So that would help, of course. Also, MACD is crossing green here on the daily. So yeah, I mean, if we can hold this level, that would be nice, of course. Let's talk about the stocks. Core Scientific is up 11% right now. Strong recovery after the huge drop here after the listing here with the merger. Also RSI is bouncing, and MACD here tries to cross positive. Mara still very low, but at the lows of summer 2021. Riot below these lows here, so there's a lot of room. Hashrate, I think Hashrate is interesting because they made a higher low here compared to summer. I mean, summer was incredible low that time, but we're still holding above, which is, I think, a good sign. We have Argo blockchain, also working on this resistance line here, up 7%. Hive blockchain, also working on this line here. I mean, they're more or less all the same, to be honest. I think the weekly is also very interesting. Yeah, the weekly here for the MACD, the first sign of small recovery here. We have the first bar here, which is smaller than the last one here. That could be a good sign. We have Bitfarms. Yeah, Bitfarms was also holding the levels from summer here, and is also now trying to get the bottom in. DigiHost also, these bottoms here from summer, we're at the same levels here. GMG Also, yeah, very disappointed because they haven't released their financials so far. So we're waiting on this. I think the market doesn't like it. I don't like it either. Yeah, then we have CleanSpark. Also, huge downtrend here. Yeah, let's see whether we can bounce. But today, 9% in green. And we have a few others. Tokens.com here is also very interesting, I think. Let's see whether we can break out of this falling wedge here and move higher. This is not a miner. They're invested in the metaverse and staking coins and things like this. So this is also very interesting, I think, like DeFi technologies too. What does the stock sonar tell us for Bitcoin? This is our proprietary indicator. It's trending up here. This channel is very wide, so there's a little bit uncertainty right now, but the average is still way below 0. And yeah, the lower end of the channel is still at -3 or so. So this is all too early to say, okay, we have a breakout, and this is way too early, but we're trending upwards in most of these indicators now. And I think this is a good sign. Yeah, let's see. Let's see how this all develops. Okay, let's go to the news. So Elizabeth Warren targets 6 more crypto miners for their energy use. The crypto miners welcomed the dialogue on the environmental issues of mining with the Massachusetts senator. Yeah, she really has a passion to talk about energy and things like this, and is not talking always good about Bitcoin. And what is she saying? US Senator Elizabeth Warren expanded her inquiry of Bitcoin miners' energy usage and their environmental footprint, sending letters to 6 more miners on Thursday. Warren wrote to Riot, Mara, Stronghold, Bitdeer, Bitfury, and BitDigital, questioning their extraordinary high energy use. So the extraordinarily high energy usage and carbon emissions associated with Bitcoin mining could undermine our hard work to tackle the climate crisis, not to mention the harmful impact crypto mining has on local environments and electricity prices, Warren said. So yeah, she is very biased into one direction, I think. But the miners, they answered. For example, we are encouraged to see that they are interested in learning more about Mara and the broader Bitcoin mining industry, and we welcome the opportunity to participate in the educational process, said Charlie Schumacher, Marathon's director of corporate communications. We want to have a productive dialogue and things like this. From Stronghold, they answered. The Stronghold answered, BitDigital answered, Riot Blockchain, what did they say? We look forward to thoroughly reviewing and earnestly responding to the requested information in the letter we received from the Senate, the company's spokesperson told CoinDesk. They are looking to tackle Bitcoin, and I think the only thing they really find is the energy usage. No one is questioning the energy usage of Facebook or whatever, but I think we don't have to discuss it here. So this will continue, the proof of work thing and the critics on proof of work, and it's going to be very interesting in the future. Next news, Luxor starts Ethereum mining pool as proof of stake shift looms. So that is very interesting. Luxor, they're starting this Ethereum mining pool. They're focused. The mining pool is outfitted for miner extractable value, MEV, a novel mining strategy for maximizing Ethereum transaction value, and is optimized for a low uncle rate mined blocks that aren't added to the longest blockchain history, but which miners get paid for all the same. Luxor said the pool will also be compatible with its Catalyst service, which enables miners to get paid in Bitcoin for their validation on Ethereum network. We know, I think Hashrate is using this. Let's see where Hive is going. And we have been tracking ETH 2.0 developments closely, and we are launching the pool even now because we believe there's a high probability that Ethereum's transition to proof of stake won't happen this year, Ethan Vera said. So they think this will take a while to get implemented, and I think this is very reasonable because it's delayed now 5 years, and why should they rush now to do it? What's also interesting, Luxor has also started organizing and building an advocacy group to keep Ethereum on the POV consensus in addition to launching the pool. At Luxor, we believe that proof of work is the most robust and tested consensus mechanism for public blockchains, and that includes Ethereum, Vera added. So they want to keep Ethereum on the proof of work consensus mechanism. So yeah, let's see how this works, whether Ethereum can finally move to proof of stake or not, or when they do it. I think this is very difficult to say right now. So Greenidge, this is the miner in upstate New York, which is a lot of times in the media, establishing operations in Spartanburg County. They invested $264 million investment and create 40 new jobs. I think that's very big. These companies really create new jobs. Located on 174 acres in Spartanburg, Greenidge, South Carolina operations will house some of the most advanced and efficient cryptocurrency mining computers commercially available. Greenidge expects the facility to have at least 100 megawatts of data center capacity when fully deployed. Yeah, so they are expanding. Also, maybe because of this reason, Bitcoin miner Greenidge's New York power plant permit delayed. So they are already running a power plant in New York, and they're running Bitcoin miners there above 1 exahash, as I'm aware of. But the decision, the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation has delayed its decision whether it will allow Greenidge Generation to continue to use its power plant in the town of Dresden for Bitcoin mining, Bloomberg reported. So it is delayed, the additional permit, until March 31st. So of course that is not good when you're running a Bitcoin mining operation. You want clarity and things like this. But New York has proven that it is not very reliable in this aspect. The new mayor, I think, from the city New York, he's pro Bitcoin, so maybe this helps. But yeah, let's see where this is going. Also, Elizabeth Warren is of course questioning everything, and yeah, this is her new hobby, of course. We have Stronghold Digital Mining. They're located in Pennsylvania. I think this is also an interesting company. They're improving, actively improving the environment. In their opinion, our Bitcoin mining operations are powered through a reclamation of coal refuse sites across Pennsylvania. We remove coal refuse from piles and burn it in an emission-controlled manner at our wholly owned generation facilities. Coal refuse is classified by Pennsylvania as a Tier 2 alternative energy resource, same as large-scale hydropower, and we receive both coal refuse energy and reclamation tax credits and Pennsylvania Tier 2 alternative credits to incentivize reclamation. So they're improving the environment by burning this coal refuse here. Of course, there's then carbon emissions, but they get credits for this because, this looks not nice and this one here looks a lot better. And as I'm aware of, there are a lot of piles across Pennsylvania. So Stronghold Mining, also a Bitcoin miner above 1 exahash, and they are doing this strategy. So that's also very interesting how Elizabeth Warren and the environmentalists see this. I mean, yes, they're emitting carbon, but on the other side, they're cleaning up the environment. So, I mean, there is nothing for free in this world. That's also for sure. Tokens.com, I think, purchases premium waterfront real estate in the Somnium space metaverse. Somnium is a metaverse which is technological advanced. You need these 3D glasses and things like this. You need also, I think, special hardware to be in there. And this is this metaverse is for tourists. So virtual tourists. So you can visit, let's say in New York, the a building like the Empire State Building, for example, as a virtual tourist there, and you can show your kids there and things like this. So yeah, the metaverse is a little bit crazy, but it definitely will grow, most likely. This is like the new social media where people can meet in a 3D world. And yeah, tokens.com is purchasing real estate in these metaverses, in these different metaverses, and they want to build ads in there. They want to rent space for advertising there, and that's how they generate revenue there. And they are very early. I think they're one of the first, or even the first publicly traded company to do this. So it feels like we are very early in this space, and I think that's very interesting steps what they're doing. Let's move on. So our friend Anthony Power, he's also one of my Patreons, and he's a great contributor when it comes to data. He also showed us the Argo blockchain annual performance 2021. We know the stock price was not performing great, but on the financial side, we can see here the financials for 2021. I think this is British pound. It's the revenue 73.7 million British pounds. The gross profit 57.6 million. The operating profit 45 million, and the net profit 30 million. So financially, overall, a very successful year for Argo. And here are the estimates for 2022. 127 million pounds here in revenue. Gross profit 95 million, operating profit 75 million, and net profit, I think it's 52 million. Yeah, of course, we don't know what happens in 2022. This highly depends on Bitcoin. We know that the hash rate is growing, so it depends on the Bitcoin price. So the share price and BTC price development, of course, the share price dropped here low, and BTC stayed a little bit above here. The Bitcoin and equivalent hash rate forecast, we're now at 1.7 exahash with the Zcash equivalent. And yeah, we will start to move up somewhere in April or May when they ramp up taxes. Maybe it's already March. I don't think so. Let's say April or May. He has May here in here. When they ramp up and go to 4 exahash in this year, hopefully more. Hopefully they can get more hardware. BTC mined and HODL balance. Yeah, we can see the HODL balance was growing over the whole year. And yeah, the BTC mining, at some point it dropped here, but then it started to recover with the new hash rate. So at the end of December, it was close to 2,600 BTC on HODL, and they mined 214 BTC in December alone. So the shares outstanding are now 468 million approximately. And the petahash per BTC mining margin. So yeah, the mining margin was in December at 86%, the gross mining margin. So that was a huge margin. Hopefully we can see this at some point in the stock price. Okay, let's talk about the hash rate. Hash rate is at 190 exahash on this chart here. We have stabilized here a little bit below these 200 exahash. No problem if we stay there a little bit longer. On the difficulty side, the last one was in green, or was positive, plus 9%. That makes it more difficult to mine Bitcoin. But the next one happening in 3 days is estimated slightly negative. So that gives us a little breather here. Also, mining profitability is at the lows right now of the summer 2021. Hopefully this gives us support here for the bounce, that we can move up again. For Ethereum, it's now at approximately 4 cents per day per mega hash. We have been higher, of course, but we have also been a lot lower here. Of course, in the bear market there was it at 1. We're now at 4, so even 4 times higher then. But we have been a lot higher in 2021, that's clear. So yeah, Ethereum also lost a lot in price, and that doesn't help right now here. At the same time, also the Ether hash rate is rising above 1 petahash here. It's also smoothing down here, or it's going sideways here a little bit. Not rising that fast anymore, but yeah, it's pretty high, of course. Okay, so yeah, Michael Saylor will host a live video webinar on Tuesday. MicroStrategy announces earnings release date and live video webinar for fourth quarter 2021 financials, so that should be interesting. Also, I think tomorrow Alphabet is reporting, then Facebook, then Amazon this week. So yeah, hopefully these results are good and can pump a little bit the Nasdaq up further, because yeah, last time it helped us to recover a little bit when the Nasdaq goes up. Yeah. Okay, guys, so I think that's it for today. Hopefully we continue this way. I would not bet on it. We have seen a lot of these attempts here to move out, but yeah, they were all not successful. Yeah, hopefully this time. But the week is young. We're on Monday. Let's see where we're going. Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.